sickness hits my house with my husband, who he had retired from longshoreman. And he came sick with diabetes. And he was starting to have those sugar attacks that going back and forth to the emergency room, and they would give him something and come back up. He said to me, he says, "Esther, I'm sick." And I said, "You want to go to the emergency room?" He says, "No." So he went to sit on the porch. And while he was sitting on the porch, I sat in the living room and I drifted off to sleep. I really went to sleep. And my neighbor came and she said to me, "You know, Esther, your husband's sitting on the chair outside and he's really sleeping," she said, "because he's rocking back and forth." And I jumped off the stairs, "Oh my God," as he's went into another sugar attack. So in the meantime, we called the ambulance. The ambulance came and whatnot and stuff. And so I said, "Let me get myself together so I can go to the emergency room with him and whatnot." And while I was in the room changing, my brother came. My brother comes and he says to me, "Esther," he says, "Curtis went into cardiac arrest." They did everything humanly possible to keep him alive. So he stayed like that for 12 days. So I went to church that Sunday. My daughter calls me. She says, "Mom, you got to come to the hospital. You got to make a decision." She said to me, "That's a decision about what?" She said, "Mom, things don't look good." So I went to the hospital, and because it was in intensive care, and I went to the desk, to the nurse's desk, and I said to her, "Call the doctor." They got hold of the doctor on a Sunday. The doctor came, and I said to him, "Take him off of the machine. Take him off the ventilator." They took him off the ventilator. Only thing that bothered me about this whole scenario, from the time he took sick and went into cardiac arrest, I did not know what to do. It would have been better with an advanced care plan if we was able to sit down and talk about it.
So it's a conversation, and it is sometimes facilitated. Sometimes the person can do it with the doctor. But at any point in a person's life, whether they be young, middle age, or older, or having chronic illnesses or terminal illnesses, it's stopping to say, where am I in my life right now? What are my conditions? What is important to me? And what kind of treatment would I want or not want to have, given where my life is right now?
Because had we had the ACP, had we had a plan in place, we talked about it, about sickness or long-term care, whatnot, then I would have been able to come to grips with it. Because taking him off the machine was the hardest thing for me at that point. Because I didn't know whether I was doing the right thing or the wrong thing. But as time went on, and it took time, I didn't talk about it. It took a while for it to resonate in me that was the right thing to do. Because when I went into the room and I saw him, the quality of life that he was living then and what he was before, it was totally different. And I'm quite sure that this is not what he wanted.
Advanced care planning is not about how we die. Advanced care planning is how we're choosing to live. It can also be one of the most important gifts you ever give your family and those who care for you.